Here's your news for August 24th, 2020, and your headlines for today include: finally being called up to Monday Night Raw. Fan uses WWE SummerSlam ThunderDome seat to say fire Velveteen dream. WWE wrestler reacts. A major update on Aleister Black. Renee Young says goodbye to WWE during SummerSlam Kickoff show. Why WWE trolled Seth Rollins during WWE SummerSlam. Roman Reigns' immediate future plans leaked. How WWE kept Roman Reigns' return a secret, and more details. Why AEW retaped several segments on Dynamite this week, and more. We're kicking off with some huge SummerSlam news, as during last night's pay-per-view, WWE announced that Keith Lee will be called up to Raw this week. After losing the NXT title at TakeOver 30, this is a huge move for the Limitless One, and Triple H was quick to congratulate Lee on Twitter. Despite his title loss, which came after a 2-month reign, it's clear that WWE thinks highly of him, and we'll have to see what the company has in store for Lee on Monday Night Raw. Speaking of SummerSlam, last night's show marked the ThunderDome's pay-per-view debut, and some fans used the new system to call for the Dream to be fired. During Sasha Banks' entrance, one fan named Remming Steele used his seat to advocate for the NXT superstar to be fired, which quickly caused the hashtag to spread on Twitter like wildfire. After claims of misconduct with minors were made against the former North American champion, WWE says that nothing came up during their investigation, though it's worth noting that they reportedly never contacted Dream's accusers, leading to questions about just how thorough was their investigation. One person who saw the sign was fellow NXT superstar Rhea Ripley, who liked and quickly unliked a tweet from Ryan Satin pointing out the sign. Given that Triple H has said that the company has moved on from these claims, Steele was quickly cut from the broadcast, and whilst the Dream may still be employed and have the company's backing, that won't stop the fans telling WWE what they think. With SummerSlam in the rearview mirror, we're looking ahead to Raw, which will see Aleister Black return to the show. During the Raw Tag Team titles match last night, Kevin Owens provided commentary in support of the Street Profits, even wearing their shirt, and post-match confirmed he'll be bringing back the KO show to Raw tonight and extended an invitation to Black. Fans haven't seen Black in weeks, and it was previously reported that the Dutchman had been written off TV, but that's clearly not the case, as fans will see the former NXT champion tonight. Before SummerSlam started, we had the Kickoff show, which allowed Renee Young to speak publicly on her final night in the company. With a minute to go, Charlie Caruso thanked Young for all her contributions, and the Canadian admitted that she is leaving WWE and thanked the company and fans for changing her life. It was a very short send-off, but at least they acknowledged Young's departure, and though it's been reported that Young appearing in AEW is inevitable, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. One huge match that took place at SummerSlam was Dominic Mysterio vs. Seth Rollins, though the Monday Night Messiah used the time to remind fans that this feud started with Dominic's father, Ray. Some fans spotted that Rollins' purple attire looked very familiar, as it mirrored Ray's attire from WCW, specifically his Halloween Havoc 1997 match against Eddie Guerrero. Though Rollins would take off the vest for his match against Dominic, the attire was clear to see during his entrance, as the Monday Night Messiah wanted to give fans a reminder of the famous attire from 23 years ago. From one Shield member to another now, as fans finally saw the return of Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Following Bray Wyatt's Universal title win at the end of the show, Reigns blindsided the Fiend, nailing him with a spear. The big dog wasn't done yet though, as he attacked Braun Strowman with a chair, claiming he made the monster among men. As we previously mentioned in our video, 10 rumored returns and spoilers planned for SummerSlam 2020, Reigns' return had already been rumored, but it's interesting that he attacked both men. Holding the Universal title high to end the show, the big dog has made his plans clear, and it'll be interesting to see where WWE takes this new, edgier Reigns from here. Whilst Reigns' return had been rumored, most, if not all fans were shocked to see the big dog return, and there's a good reason for that. Ringside News is reporting that Reigns' return was top secret, and that nobody knew he was returning, with the finish of the Universal title match just starting to get around backstage minutes before the main event began. One member of Creative said, "I don't know where he was hidden. This has been total top secret. Reigns' return was kept top secret even in the weeks running up to SummerSlam, as a source previously said, "Roman has been in touch with Vince this entire time, but if they're doing anything with Roman, it would be a total surprise and they would have kept it." A different source also said last week prior to Roman's return, "Anyone saying it's going to happen is just saying something out of their because even the most top secret document doesn't reflect it." With all this secrecy, Reigns' return was a huge surprise orchestrated by himself and Vince McMahon. And according to sources, the boss wants Roman to have an edge to him, and they're now doing with him what was planned for WrestleMania 36. Of course, those plans were put on hold due to Reigns' sabbatical, but given that he was supposed to win the Universal title from Goldberg in April, the current plan is presumably to have Reigns win the title from Wyatt. The word going around backstage is that Reigns may win the gold as soon as Sunday's Payback, and whilst it's not clear if the title match will be Wyatt vs. Reigns or a triple threat featuring Strowman, both matches will be a huge deal with the big dog back in his yard. Reigns' return continued on social media as he tweeted out a shot of himself holding the Universal title, with the caption being the very apt SummerSlam tagline this year, "You'll never see it coming." Speaking of social media, there has been something of a mixed reaction online, as some fans didn't appreciate seeing the big dog back, though many enjoyed Roman showing something more akin to a heel turn. WWE promised huge surprises for this year's SummerSlam, and they certainly delivered, and with Reigns back, it seems the ThunderDome is his yard. Fans who caught Roman's return at SummerSlam also saw Roman's brand new shirt, which is now making the rounds. Roman's new shirt says, "Wreck everyone and leave," which is exactly what he did at SummerSlam, and now the shirt is available for pre-order on WWE Shop. It's interesting that this shirt was already made, as designs are approved and float around all the time, but that wasn't the case this time, as there was no indication of his return. Now that the former Universal Champion is back, odds are that Reigns will be getting plenty more merch, but for now, fans can show their support for the returning superstar with his brand new shirt. We've got news from Stone Cold Steve Austin, as the next guest on his Broken Skull sessions has been confirmed. On Twitter, Jerry Lawler confirmed that he recently filmed an episode with the Rattlesnake and said that his appearance on the popular WWE Network show will be coming soon to the streaming service. The King didn't specify when exactly this episode will air, but did share a picture of himself with the Rattlesnake, and with Lawler's recently hitting 50 years in wrestling following his debut in 1970, we're sure the King has plenty of stories to share. Back to SummerSlam now, as the show saw the in-ring debut of Dominic Mysterio, and despite losing, the 23-year-old, alongside his father Ray, his mother Angie, Seth Rollins, and Murphy, certainly impressed a lot of people. One person who was very impressed by Dominic was Triple H, who sent a tweet to Dominic saying he respected what the younger Mysterio had done. That was at least the game's plan, but instead of tagging Dominic, whose Twitter handle is @35_Dominic, Triple H instead tagged a random Twitter user whose handle is @Dominic_35. While the game's incorrect tweet was quickly taken down and replaced with one tagging the actual Dominic, fans were quick to screenshot this embarrassing moment for the King of Kings. The reactions to Dominic's in-ring debut against the Monday Night Messiah have been overwhelmingly positive, and though it may have taken Triple H some time to send his respect to the youngster, we're positive that the 14-time world champion isn't the only one impressed by what was truly a fantastic debut for Dominic. We've got some All Elite Wrestling news next, as a lot of this week's edition of Dynamite had to be taped over. According to Fightful Select, the segment with Britt Baker, Reba, Kip Sabian, and Penelope Ford originally took place in the ring, though the segment that aired took place backstage, and this change happened due to time constraints. Ivelisse and Diamante's entrances were filmed twice, as cameras were apparently not in the right place the first time, and after a wrestler got caught up in the ropes during the Dark Order match, a back elbow spot also had to be reshot. Usually, AEW doesn't have the luxury of retaping segments when they're live, and given the unique nature of this week's show, which didn't air on their usual Wednesday spot, the company clearly wanted to put their most professional-looking product forward. Speaking of changes to this week's edition of AEW Dynamite, one moment was removed entirely, as it featured a current WWE superstar. According to Fightful, during Eddie Kingston's segment, Rey Mysterio's name came up, though the company edited the reference out of the show by the time it was aired. Though there's no official reason why Rey's name was edited out, it's not a huge stretch to presume AEW didn't want to mention the former WWE World Champion who recently signed a multi-year deal to stay with the opposing company. Though there was a time when it was possible that Rey would be joining Dynamite, and reports were shared that AEW matched WWE's offer to sign Rey, that clearly didn't pan out, and now fans won't be seeing Mysterio or even hearing his name on AEW programming. And we're ending today with news from WWE, as Samoa Joe has been impressive behind the commentary desk, and now fans will get to hear his voice outside of wrestling. This week, the DC Fandome gave fans a glimpse of plenty of new projects from DC Comics, including a new Suicide Squad game, which now has a trailer where Joe can be heard providing the voice of King Shark. On Twitter, Joe responded to the trailer saying, "That Shark though." And he isn't the only superstar involved with DC Comics, as fans also got to see more of John Cena's Peacemaker in the upcoming Suicide Squad movie, as well as The Rock as Black Adam. Joe is currently out of action with a concussion, and there's been speculation on whether he'll ever return to wrestling, but it's clear that Joe's dulcet tones have provided plenty of opportunities for the Raw superstar.